This is Marina, and you are listening to Musical Health Talk. We're at a tempo of 132 beats per minute, abdominal muscles in and up. It's your time. It's your musical health time. Good for you for being motivated by you today, yeah? Who says you have to go to a gym to work out? You can sit up nice and tall. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, yeah? What can I tell you? I love this nation. We all are God's own creation. Here we go. We live and die, one nation. So let's all join in celebration. Come give a bond relation. We all are God's own creation. We live and die, one nation. So let's all join in celebration. Come give a bond relation. We all are God's own creation. Oh, I am here with the fabulous Eureka Lewis and her son, Andre. How you guys doing today?
Doing very well. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here. I went to a fantastic play called What They'll Remember here in New York City, and I was really blown away. I was introduced to these two fabulous people by Rew Starr, who's a friend of mine here in New York, saying hello to Rew today. We all are God's own creation. You got it going on. We live and die, one nation. So let's all join in celebration. Come give a bond relation. We all are God's own creation. All right, so I thought it was apropos because Eureka, the first person you thank is God.
Absolutely.
And we all come from God, right?
Yes, we do.
I don't know, these days have been so crazy in this industry and in this world that I don't know what's going on. I think we all need a little more God in our life, don't you think?
I do. I think for me, God has always been a representation of love.
Yes.
And if you sum up everything that is missing or what could help any of the things that are happening now, I won't go into details.
Yes.
Love is the answer.
That's
so
right.
For me, that's who God is. So yeah, definitely.
Well, you have love right here with your son.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful thing to see that the two of you are working together in that way.
Thank you.
Fantastic. As a reminder to our audience, sit up nice and tall, abdominal muscles in and up, chest is high. I love it. Inhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Again. Inhale. And exhale. You got it. You got it. We live and die, one nation. So let's all join in celebration. Come give our bond relation. We all are God's own creation. Oh, I just love it. I just love the whole thing. So, Eureka, tell me how this show got started. How did this start for you?
Well, you know, I always have been accused, at least by my parents, of wanting to be a voice for the underdog, so to speak.
Okay.
So people who don't always have a voice or who you see just the surface and there's something much greater going on, you know, deep down inside. So that's what inspired me to write a piece of that magnitude and with that type of message.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So the story was quite intense. I mean, I had spoken to Rew a little bit about it, but
Right.
I really didn't have a full grasp of what I was going to see,
Sure.
of what I was going to walk into. And just to give a synopsis, it takes place in a prison of women.
Yes.
And our friend Rew Starr played the psychologist.
Yes, she did. She did a beautiful job.
She did a fantastic job.
really did.
And it was really wonderful to see because it was a stretch for her because she's a musician and she had really
is.
never done anything like that
And
before.
a rocker.
Total rocker. A punk rocker, honey.
Yes.
A punk rocker.
Rew for president.
That's right. We're loving our Rew. So, but the message was there. The message was very clear to me of, you know, we make decisions in our lives that sometimes are our decisions, but sometimes things happen a twist.
Absolutely.
The part of the story that stayed with me the most, not only because she was a fantastic actress, was the story of the young lady that was in prison and the day she was going to get out of prison after 10 years. She really did make herself stay there for life.
That's right.
And that was an unbelievable. Tell a little bit about that piece of the piece.
Well, you know, that one, ironically, a lot of that has been going on recently. Some people say racial profiling, some people just say being in the wrong place at the wrong time, so to speak. But this young lady matched the description impeccably to someone who had committed a crime of murder. And so, as you mentioned, she was arrested and she was incarcerated for life.
Wow.
On death row. And this was a crime she did not commit. So the thing with her was it causes you almost to lose faith because she knew she didn't do it. She knew she was nowhere, near what had happened and wasn't familiar with it. But yet, because she looked a certain way, she was a certain, had a certain height and a certain build, then she was just profiled as the person. And so in doing so, like you said, while she was in there, finally her attorney was going to give her the news she had been waiting for 10 years for, that the person who actually committed that crime had confessed.
Wow.
But it was too much, too little, too late.
Yeah.
He didn't tell her on the phone. He wanted to tell her in person because it was such wonderful news. So what happened was, on that particular day, another young lady who was incarcerated as well was coming in, and that character Charlie recognized herself in this new person, and she decided to stand up for her, and she went too far, and she ended up killing a guard. So now on this day that she's supposed to be released, she did kill someone, so she ended up still stuck in there because she committed a crime against the penal institution. That's major.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, though. What this reflected to me was very much about many things in life.
Sure.
We're here dealing with the entertainment industry. Your son, Andre, wrote music for the show, which was amazing, and really gently pulled in and out of the storyline, the darkness of it, mixed with the emotion of it. Really,
Sure.
I mean, it really
Makes a
shocked
huge
me.
difference.
It really shocked me, actually, this piece of work. But that story, much like being in the entertainment industry, or to a young person, an older person, we can't predict in life what's going to happen.
No.
The left hand turns and how it works out. Being a musician, a fantastic musician.
Thank you.
Talk about you. What are you working on these days?
Right now I'm working with a jazz trio. We just started. We did a few shows in Harlem, and I'm also a teacher, and I work at the Brooklyn Tabernacle.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I love seeing this team because I work with my son, Tyler Kamen, who is a great musician here in New York. And to be able to work with our children and collaborate is amazing, Eureka, yeah?
It is. And especially when they get your vision. I mentioned at one of the shows, I hand him a script, and I simply put an asterisk where I want a song. And so he definitely reads the script, and he's able to write songs that complement or compose really some great pieces.
Amazing.
And I don't just say that because he's my son, but the audience is moved by the music and the vocalists, and it's the whole shebang.
And it was in a very interesting textures going on. What, in your mind, when you looked at the script, what did you think about musically? Where did you start musically in terms of flavor? Because it really was kind of non-categorical, the musical, yeah?
Definitely. I tried to fit with whatever the scene was. So I had to read what was going on with the actresses, and I basically wrote to make it fit with each one, and even not just the script, but also fitting with the singing styles of each one of the actresses.
Yes, and I loved it. There was a genteelness to it because it wasn't overpowering. That was a hard balance to strike.
The thing. That's the thing that became, for me, the challenge when I was writing. I didn't want a melodrama. Right. But I did want to appeal to, different problems or different challenges that women face. And I wanted to do so that everybody in the audience, particularly women, would either see themselves in one or more character or someone they knew. And that was the goal. And so working hand in hand with him, he was able to do that with the songs. You have people who love jazz, you have people who love gospel, people who love pop, and we wanted to give them sort of a blend that would not categorize it. So you said exactly. Totally. We succeeded.
You succeeded. And I love that you said women empowerment, because I'm wearing my red today because it's Women Empowerment Day.
That. Yes, it is.
So I put it on.
Well, I've got a red lipstick.
I see that. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Eureka, Andre, here in the studio with Marina today. As a reminder, again, abdominal muscles in and up. You guys are doing a great job. People don't realize, when I talk about fitness, it doesn't mean you have to go to a gym. So when I'm sitting in a chair, even like right now, my abdominal muscles are engaged. I'm sitting up, my chest is high. I'm inhaling to the ribs. Yeah?
Let me sit up.
There you go.
All right.
There you go, Eureka. Now you got it going on, girlfriend. There you go. And people don't realize that. So at all times, I'm always pulling in my abdominals if I'm standing waiting for a bus with my bag.
It's important.
Getting into alignment.
It is important.
Yeah?
It is.
Walking everywhere. You are listening to Musical Health Talk. For those of you that are not watching us today, listen to the music, feel the beat of the music. If you're watching us, I encourage you to get on up maybe, walk in place, burn a few calories, or just simply lift your feet up and down off the floor and work those abs. You know you got it going on. With the story for you, Eureka, when you first started it, what made you think to pull this subject matter? Where did this come from for you?
Well, there was no one particular thing, but basically I would hear things on the news. I'm also a reader, so I read a lot. And it's interesting to me. Now, there's one thing when people are incarcerated and they have a history of violence.
Yes.
They have a rap sheet, so to speak. They've started usually young and they had problems in school. But it was always interesting to me whenever it was someone who didn't have any background of violence or anything negative, what would cause them to throw their lives away?
Right.
To make a decision that's going to ruin their lives and the lives of people they love. And so that was my inspiration behind it, or one of my inspirations. And so what I did was I looked at a few, and I won't go into the details of, but I looked at a few cases where women became just so enraged that they snapped, so to speak. And I use that term loosely, but they made a decision where they didn't think. They made it on impulse. And that decision, again, just ruined their lives. So yes. I really wanted to get that across. And I do want to say this. I have to get this out there. This play, although it takes place in prison, as you can attest,
yes.
is not about prison life. It has nothing to do with prison life. It has everything to do with what got them to prison. That just happens to be the setting. And I want to make that clear because
yes.
there are a lot of things on television and on cable about women inmates, and it's nothing like those pieces. So.
Yes, it's true. Mm-hmm. Well, it's also the reason as a mother
Sure.
that you've raised a child, a son, to teach them the line, which obviously you have learned. You know, what is the line? We expose our children to everything. There's no way to keep them from things.
No.
But what would make this type of a young man who is goal-oriented from you teaching the line in your home? Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
And so that's what you're talking
and
about.
And also leading by example.
That's right.
That's what we do as moms, and you can,
that's
you
right.
know, I'm sure you can vouch for that. I'm very proud. He's one of 3. My husband's deceased, and so they are just a double blessing to me. But he basically is his own man, you know, and he's very independent. But I do thank God that some of my values and telling him where to prioritize things,
yes.
it seems to have carried over. Now he teaches. When
so.
I go to Brooklyn Tabernacle and various places, you're Mr. Chez. Everybody calls him Chez by his middle name.
Okay.
You're Mr. Chez's mom. He's my music teacher. He's my piano teacher. And he got a student in Berklee College of Music where he attended, and he has other students who've gone on to do on-stage things. So I sit back and I'm proud. You know, I'm very proud, but I'm more proud that he's really a good guy. Just
fantastic.
A good individual.
You did a good job.
Thank
you.
I'll
Great
pat
accomplishment. One of the greatest accomplishments.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
parenting.
It's important.
You know, they always say you need a license to drive, but not to be a parent.
Isn't that something?
Pretty amazing,
Yeah.
So you're really finding. I'm very corny like this, Eureka.
You and I,
very corny.
We're sisters, just different complexions.
I think so. You know the deal. I think we look very much alike.
I do.
We're finding the glory all the time.
Yes.
Song is called Glory of Your Life.
I love it.
Feel it, people. Glory, the glory. It's your time. It's your life. Finding the glory. The glory of your life. It's your life. Finding the glory. Go ahead. The glory. Beautiful. It's your time.
I'm not a singer, though.
Finding the glory, got it. The glory of your love. I believe everybody can sing. Of course you're a singer. You're a talented woman.
I thank you.
You can do everything. Look at you. You're not a bad-looking broad.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I mean, you could change my ways, you know what I'm saying? After being married for so many years. Your son is here, so I won't talk like that anymore. I'm telling you. But you know something? Sometimes things happen in life. You're right. That we don't expect. How did we find ourselves here? I love all my music, and I write all my music.
How perfect is this song?
But I didn't write this, and you love this song, don't you?
I love the ones you wrote as well as this one.
Thank you. But speaking about drama in one's life, or choices we make, and not wanting to hurt anymore, yeah? The universal language is music. right, Andre?
Definitely, yeah.
What do they call you at school?
Mr. Chez.
Mr. Chez. Mr. Chez, is that correct?
It's definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I thought this was apropos, this song, because it's so true. I mean, the show to watch your show and the pain.
Exactly.
There's pain in everything.
There is.
And in choices, right? So I know that you're going to sing with me a little bit right now.
Well, I'm actually going to listen to you sing.
You're going to sing. You're going to sing a little bit. I'll just sing it a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'll snap though.
Why'd I play the fool? Gone through ups and downs, knowing all the time you wouldn't be around. Maybe I like the stress, but I was young and restless. That was long ago. I don't wanna cry no more. No more pain, no more pain. I'm so tired, yeah. No drama, no more drama in my life. I don't ever want to hurt again. Such a fabulous song, but you know something? I have such respect for this artist, Mary J.
Yes.
We love her because she did come from such pain in her life, and look how she turned that around.
That's right.
And stays there, continues to
Absolutely,
stay
yeah.
motivated in life.
And that's
yeah,
the important thing. Once you make the change, you have to commit yourself
that's right.
to that better life. You have to commit
right.
yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, Andre asked me, how did I lose 100 pounds?
That's a lot of weight. I want to know too.
Well, it's a big secret. It's called button your lip and move your ass. I mean, this is what it's called.
Yeah.
But it's also called what you're talking about, which is taking things 1 minute at a time,
That's
not
right.
one day at a time. Because we can wake up with all good intentions, and by the end of the day, something can happen
That's right.
as a left hook. Yeah? I have been here with Eureka Lewis, Andre, Mr. Chez. Am I saying it right?
Chez.
Mr. Chez. Mr. Chez.
CHEC.
But this is a fabulously talented mother and son team. Very, very talented.
Thank you.
I thank you for being with me today.
I thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys. This is Marina. You've been watching Musical Health Talk. Feel good about you for being motivated by you today, yeah? Feel it, people. Feel it. Feel it in your soul. You know you got it going on. Come on, feel it. You got it.
Yes.